So this time I'm going to show you how to create a non-representational plate. And you can see here, I've already cut out some pieces of this plate with an X-Acto knife. And this is where I'm going to show you how to use the nail clipper. So I'm just going to cut a random shape out of the corrugated cardboard and to reveal the texture that's underneath here. This is where these nail clippers are going to come in handy. This was an art hack from another art teacher that you can you have to peel away the layers of the cardboard. So if you use the end of the nail clipper to get that little thin layer of it's broken. Okay, good thing I have another one right here. So I'm gonna use a bigger one and I'm gonna grab the layer and pull it back. Now, for those of you who love to peel glue off your hand when you were little, you might love this because you're just gonna gently peel back these thin layers of cardboard to reveal the texture that's underneath. The examples that I gave you on the Google Slide Room showed this texture in several of the plate examples. So that's why I wanted to show you how to extract that type of texture from the cardboard here. And you can see that this little tool from the nail clipper is really nice to kind of get in there and peel away the little pieces of cardboard that are kind of stubborn and falling in line together there. So as long as you're patient, you can get in there and you can get a nice clean shape of texture underneath the corrugated cardboard. So I'm just gonna get that. Now you could do this everywhere. You can draw a spot. This plate I'm gonna kind of do randomly, so I just made some random spots. So you could see there the nice texture that falls underneath. And here I go again with my clippers, just peeling that other layer back. You don't need nail clippers. But that little tool right there on the end that my silver nail clipper has that my gold one doesn't, I find really, really helpful. But you can use whatever works for you. Toothpick maybe, something else, I don't know. But that's a kind of a trick that I recently discovered that I wanted to share with you all. Speed it up a little bit here so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. But here I am just trying to clean out all of the inside pieces with that little tool that I have on my nail clipper. And once you have it as clean as you want, it looks like that. So I am going to now show you how to add some of my recycled pieces on. So I really like this piece here, which is the clementine netting. And the best way to adhere that is to use Mod Podge or white Elmer's glue. Again, I didn't have white Elmer's glue, so I'm using the Mod Podge. And you're gonna need a brush. Whether you're using Elmer's glue or Mod Podge, you definitely need a brush. And you wanna put a lot on. You're adhering this type of glue on, you wanna make sure you put the glue on underneath, and then you're gonna add a lot of glue to the top of it, so that you make sure that it sticks. So notice I'm sort of using a generous amount of glue, making sure it sticks in all the spots. Even the spots underneath that are textured, I'm gonna wanna lift up the netting and make sure that there's enough glue on underneath. And then I'm gonna use the brush and add some more adhesive on top of the netting. Remember, it dries clear. And also, it's not thick like the hot glue, so it's not really going to affect the depth of whatever it is you're gluing on to the cardboard plate. So you want all of that. Once you're done, you can put it to the side. I'm going to use a scissor and just trim off the edge so I can maneuver the plate a little bit better. Again, if you want to leave some hanging off the edge, that's entirely up to you. So now I'm going to take some pieces that I cut from cereal box, and I kind of envision this as like an underwater theme. So I cut some shapes out of the cereal box that look like, I don't know, algae growing at the bottom of the plate. You can draw them out on the cereal box, which is nice, or you can just randomly cut shapes And you can use either side of the cereal box. You don't have to, you can use the printed side. Sometimes it's nice to be able to see what you have. I also like this lace tape that I have, so I think I'm gonna add that. It kind of looks very organic looking, like algae. So again, all of this is what you're gonna use your white glue or your Mod Podge for. I mean, if you had a hot glue gun, you could definitely use it. It's gonna be a little bit blotchy though. So if you have white glue, you're really gonna wanna layer out a plate in this fashion. So I'm gonna take a little time here and speed some things up so you can just see how I am going to adhere these pieces onto the plate. Basically put everything on there. I'm just going to use this felt piece of letter, and I'm going to cut a piece out because it's a little bit thicker than the other things I've used, and I want to just have a variety of thickness on this plate because again, when we're printing, we want to have varying amounts of depth. So I just cut another piece that looks like an algae reef, and I'm going to add it. And that's all you want to do with this plate. You just want to keep adding things. I drew out a little fish, and I'm gonna cut him out of my cereal box now. And I'm just gonna keep going with this plate, keep adding until I have built up a whole bunch of different layers, and the plate looks really super duper full, like you saw in the examples on the Google Classroom. So, you know, I'm not sure really what I'm going to do with this fish. I'm going to start with this shape and add it on. Maybe I'll build on top of him, and I kind of like him going in the other direction. So, and you know, I could use a glue gun with this too, but I have my Mod Podge out, so I'm going to continue using that. So hopefully this helps you. This second video helps you with more of a layering technique on the plate. And the first video was more of kind of a representational eye. This is kind of like a layering of different shapes and textures. So hopefully this video and part one, which was posted separately because they were too long together, will help you build out your Collagraph plate and have fun just using the recycled materials that you find all over your house to create something really cool. That's it. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys create. And I am going to finish this plate at some point after this video is over. Have a good day.